Today we've got another mini PC. This one is, man, it's priced pretty low, under $300. I checked on Amazon and it's like 280 bucks. This thing's a little beast. Got to keep your expectations in check though. It can handle quite a bit. If you want a game, definitely got some light gaming in mind with this thing. Obviously, you want to do some documents, some browsing of the internet, some video watching, 4K video, all that kind of stuff is fine, right? But this is from Geekom. I've worked with Geekom in the past quite a bit. They make a lot of cool mini PCs, and this is their A5 2025 edition. So it's a budget mini PC. We're going to test it real quick with some gaming, just kind of blast through it. But I just want to showcase this thing, unbox it, tear it down a little bit, and show you what's up. So this thing's powered by the AMD Ryzen 5 7430U and Radeon Vega 8 graphics. So it's good for, productivity, media streaming, retro gaming, some emulation, that kind of stuff, like I already said. We got 16 gigabytes DDR4 RAM, 512 gigabyte SSD. You can upgrade all of that, obviously, 64 gigabytes RAM up to, and then 2 terabyte storage. There's an extra M2 slot inside. I'll tear it down, show you that in a moment. We've got a lot of I.O., USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A, USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C, USB 2.0, HDMI 2.0, 2.5 gigabyte LAN, and an SD card reader. I love that they put SD card readers on these things. Like, it just makes it so convenient. You could pop an emulation build on there, just use it as additional storage. It's really convenient. You got a nice little cooling system. They call it an Ice Blast 2.0 cooling system. You got dual copper heat pipes built in there. So nice cooling system going on here. Wi-Fi 6E, you got Windows 11 Pro installed, and they do give you a 3-year warranty with this thing. Now, I did have a Geekom PC before that wasn't sent to me for purpose of review that I actually purchased, and I had a very small issue with it, and I contacted them, and they fixed it, like, right away. So, yeah, their warranties do seem to be legit, so, they do offer that. So there you go. So with this thing, you can take it apart to upgrade the storage and the RAM, to add things, whatever, just by taking the 4 screws underneath. They don't come out. They're just for the feet. You just kind of unscrew them a little bit, and it just kind of comes apart nice so you don't lose those screws. Just pop the little bottom part off, and then you got access to all that. So very easy to open, to mess around with. Now, like I said, I just want to quickly test this out with some gaming action, right? Emulation, some PC games. But like I said, you do have to keep your expectations in check. This thing, with that CPU that we got, the AMD Ryzen 5 7430U, it's not the most powerful out there, but for a budget PC, mini PC, it can get the job done, depending on what kind of job you want to do, right? So I played quite a few things. Obviously, all your 8 and 16-bit stuff is going to be fine if you're trying to retro game on this, and all your lower end PC games, a lot of indie games, stuff like that. 2D stuff's going to be fine. Older 3D games are going to be fine. But newer AAA PC games, it's really going to depend, because I've really noticed a lot of companies out there, developers, some really optimize their games to perform well on a wide variety of spec PCs, and then some just don't, right? Some have like very crazy requirements. Some just make it so you could play it on anything. And yeah, this system, man, I tried checking out a few games. Doom Dark Ages cannot be played on this system. As you see, there's certain requirements, and this does not meet it, so you can't even boot the game. Same thing with like Indiana Jones and The Great Circle. That game cannot be played on this system. I wouldn't really expect these games to be, even if they could be played on this system, I wouldn't expect them to be very playable. But just because those 2 newer games are not playable, or even to be able to be booted on this system, it doesn't mean other games can't be, right? Newer games. But stuff like Final Fantasy VII Remake, I did check that out, and that game has very few graphics settings to tweak, but you can tweak a few things, and it does give you acceptable performance, and the game still looks good. So I did want to point that out. The game was running pretty well. and fine, checking, things with that. Stuff like Pinball FX runs great. There's going to be a lot of things out there that are like, your Fortnite, stuff like that's going to run fine. I did try to check out Marvel Rivals. It's not a game that I've really played, but I know it's a popular one. And there is a lot of settings that you can tweak, and I did mess around with it a bit, but I just didn't think the game was very playable in my eyes on this system. Putting it down to like the lowest graphics settings, I mean, maybe you'd have to lower the resolution even more, but the game was a bit sluggish for me, so yeah, I don't know. Like I said, expectations in check. There is going to definitely be a lot of PC games that you could play here. But some you may have to make some tweaks to, some just aren't going to run. Now, as far as emulation goes, like I said, all your older stuff's going to be fine. Even stuff like Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, stuff like that. I want to check out Nintendo Switch, right? Now, Mario Deluxe, that game ran that was the first game I tested on here. I was like, let me check that out. Like, let me start out easy. Not even necessarily 2D, but let me start out like kind of easy, kind of hard. And that game ran fine. It ran great. I was pleasantly surprised there. So with Switch, don't expect everything to run. There is no way. But I jumped over to Mario Odyssey, and yeah, that was Slug City there, man. Stuttering Stanley at times. The game just wasn't running great. So with Nintendo Switch, it's going to be hit and miss. A lot of systems, higher end systems, as far as emulation goes, beyond. I would say probably PS2 is going to be hit and miss. Jumping over to Wii, a lot of stuff on Wii's running fine. Wii U is going to be kind of hit and miss as well. It's just the way it is. But yeah, this system, for the price, you're going to have to keep those expectations in check. But at like under $300, if that's like, where your budget is at, and you just want something to play some games and actually have a Windows PC, and you're not really caring about the newest, higher end PC games, you just want to do a little bit of emulation and have, an actual PC to do some work on, maybe, then yeah, this might be the one for you. So it could be worth checking out. It's available on Amazon if you're interested. Links will be down below. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Bye.